When evaluating a function, I've tried to remember some things about a function machine. Basically, it works like you're going to put in a number into your machine and then you're going to do some math and then out pops an answer. So for this function, I've got myself a 4. I'm going to drop my 4 into my function machine. And when I'm looking at function notation, that 4, that F parentheses 4, also read as F of 4, is basically telling me now every time I see a 4 in my, or I see a blank space in my function, I'm going to put the number 4. So I've got a little blank space in my function right here. So I'm going to just drag that on over to the side. And now I can evaluate my function. So if you want a calculator, you can pick up a calculator, or you can just do some pre-algebra and think to yourself, okay, what is the square root of 4? That means I'm looking for a number times itself that would have given me 4 to begin with. And that means that answer is 2. So that is how you evaluate a function machine. No worries, I'm going to do another example. So here's another function machine. So this one, I'm going to use the input of 2 simply because that's what we got as our last answer. There's no rhyme or reason why I'm picking 2. It's just the last answer I got. So I've got my 2. I'm going to drop it into this new function machine. And so now this is telling me in my G function, so this is called G of 2, I want to evaluate it, meaning every time I see a blank space, I'm going to put the number 2. Boom. And then once again, you can either pick up your calculator. So I think I'm just going to turn on my calculator right now. You can do it by hand. It's not a big deal. But I just want to make sure I get all of my order of operations correct. So that means the first thing that I need to do is my parentheses, which is here. So that means I need to do 2 minus 2 first. So I'm going to put negative. I'm going to do that in my head. 2 minus 2 is 0 to the second power. Then after I do my parentheses, I have to move to E exponents, and I see I've got this exponent right here, so that means I need to do 0 times 0, so I'm going to put negative 0, and then I'm going to put another 0, since that's what it really means to be an exponent of 2, it means you write it out 2 times. And then I'm going to do my multiplication in order from left to right. But honestly, you guys, 0 times anything is always going to just be 0. So that is how you can just evaluate a function. You just take that number wherever that variable is. So that blank space is usually represented by a variable. So that means you take out that variable or you take out that blank space. I like to use blank spaces because sometimes the letters get really messy. So I just like to leave it as a blank space. And then every time I see a blank space, I'm going to go ahead and put that number in. I'm going to use either my calculator to get the work done. I can go to Desmos calculator, desmos.com, shameless plug, desmos.com. I can use the calculator over there. I can use the calculator in my home. I can use the calculator in my head. And either way, it's going to be finished.